Gonna highlight my quest screen.
My AC is broken. It's like 1,000,000 degrees in my apartment right now.
Oh no! I saw it was hot. James was talking to James today.
Yeah, I think the buildings turned the AC. My building turned the AC units off from like the master control unit because they figured it's cold now. Except that it's like 70 degrees right now, and my apartment is sweltering.
It gets all muggy.
Yeah, it's very muggy right now. I don't want to put the AC on like high blast because 70 is not that hot, but a little AC to filter the air would be nice.
Got to get a good fan.
Yeah,
high quality house fan.
Box fan.
Yeah, I do not have a fan in my house.
Yeah,
I have a fan running all the time, not always because I'm cold or hot, but I just like
for the sound.
The
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, me too.
I sleep to a fan. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have my phone just play white noise.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, I have like a fancy pants white noise machine. Ooh.
What's that?
I also have a fancy pants white noise machine because sometimes
Yeah.
I also like thunder sounds.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like the thunder.
Is it storming out there?
A little bit. Yeah. But I was just saying my AC is not working because I think the building killed it with the master control switch in the maintenance room. Because they're like, it's fall. They don't need AC anymore. And it's like 70 degrees today and so muggy.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome back, everyone.
Glad to be back.
Okay, so where we left off, you were walking with Emily towards Soldanis' house. She takes you to a part of town that's not wealthy. There are no wealthy parts of town, but there are parts of town that look as if they used to have money before the town fell on hard times. A bit like the mansions in Detroit, which were enormous and very, very beautiful before all the car factories closed. It's a bit like that in Sanguim. There are some very beautiful houses here. This one is not overly extravagant. It's not a mansion. But it stands in the center of the block, just a little bit away from the Red Lake on the eastern side of town. It's made of dusty red brick and stands 2 floors high, with a peaked roof and copper eaves. Ivy adorns the southern wall, pierced only by small windows which open onto the street and alley below. The door is raised above ground level, with steps behind what looks like an old wrought iron gate, which kind of creaks ever so slightly in the light breeze off the lake. There is a garden out front, although it looks like it's been woefully underkept. The vines are growing up the wrought iron gate itself, and it's truthfully a bit of a disaster.
Emily, Lydia said that this man had only been observed leaving his house a few times. Have you been keeping watch? Do you have folks about?
No, we do now, but rumor has it we've spoken to a few of his old workers, and they're quite angry with him. He closed the smeltery, but somehow was able to indulge in expensive habits. He frequented the Leaves of Illithar quite frequently, by all accounts.
What was the reason he closed the smeltery?
He claimed there was no iron to smelt, and I'm inclined to believe him, since all the mines are closed, for one reason or another.
Is there a back door or just the front entrance?
You don't know? You could ask Emily. Are you asking Emily?
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is, speaking with
I thought you were
Emily.
asking me. Emily just kind of glances down the alleyway, and you see a figure at the other end of the alleyway leaning against the wall. Just do this. Like that. There's a back door. Yes, but hasn't been used, it looks like.
Good enough. just in case he doesn't feel like entertaining guests. Right? Anything we
For
should
the
know
record.
before we knock on his door?
For the record, the town's not accusing Soldanis of anything.
Of course.
Not yet. If he doesn't
Well,
wish
just-
to speak with us, we have no evidence to suggest that he's at fault.
Well, we ain't Shields of Hakkan. I mean, we are concerned neighbors. Checking in on a paragon of Sanguim.
I'll make myself scarce then. And she steps away.
Before you do, before you do, Emily, did I understand it correctly that you were one of the ones who found the man's wife's body?
Yes. I led the team.
What made you think it was blood magic? What about the body was it? We didn't get many details from the captain.
She didn't see it. I've never seen anything like it in my life. There was a pentagram in chalk, candles, and her body was in the pentagram, and the left side of the body was dry, parched, cracked. Almost like a burn, but I didn't go near it. When I saw it, I exited, ordered my men out. I don't want them near anything like that.
So let's just keep an eye out if we do get inside to talk to this man for some evidence about occultry and pentagrams and whatnot. Now we know what to look for if we're trying to link him to it.
That's a good thought.
To Arid and say, I think it best if you do the talking this time, my friend.
Sure. I think that's wise. Right.
Thank you for your time, Emily.
Of course. If you need anything, just shout.
Will do. Thank you kindly.
She steps away and just sort of leans. There's a shop next door that looks like it's closed, boarded up, and it's there is sort of like an entryway, and she just goes into the entryway and leans against one side of the building, watching.
Right.
Let's
Let's
go
get to
and
it.
Yeah.
Are we simply going to knock on his door?
Well, is there
Sure.
another proper way of entering the man's house?
I would like to avoid bombarding him or overbearing him. If you three could maybe stand to the side. Once I get him to invite me in, you follow. I think then we could have a conversation. But first approaching as friends and neighbors. It's my idea anyway, unless you've all a better one.
Don't sometimes
Right.
adventurers like sneak around and like jump through, like climb on the roof and do stuff like that? Should we do that kind of stuff?
Well, I'm not that sort of person, but once I'm inside and talking with him, I could keep him engaged, asking questions while one of you, if you are capable of such, have a look-see around.
In my younger years, I might have been capable of such things, but I'm afraid I'd go too slow. You'd have to talk for a long time. How long can you talk for, Arid?
Well, if it's a pretty girl, I can talk for a while, Kale. For Soldanis,
You had your tongue tied when it
It's
came to our dear friend,
No.
though.
I don't think now's the time to. I mean, I agree with you, but
Anita
no.
seemed to have kept you kept you from showing your true colors, and must mean a lot to you.
I believe we were talking about sneaking about.
I could do it.
All right, then.
I am a
Once he-
barber. I don't think the people of these lands see me as a neighbor anyway.
That could be true.
Invite Mikhail and Eugene to come on in with me, just saying, hey, here to help me figure out what's going on. We'll leave the door open a crack. Wait a minute, Mel. And then maybe you go check out the upper floors. We'll see if you notice anything.
If you can distract him, draw him away from the door.
Aye. We'll try to keep him in the living room.
I nod.
Okay?
We made a plan. It was kind of my idea too. That's awesome.
All right. Mel, out of sight for the moment.
Just a minute there. You hear from inside. And you hear
So-
some banging.
Soldanis, it's me. Aaron.
And he opens the door. You see before you a middle-aged half-elf. You would recognize it as half human, half wood elf. And he has a sort of haggard look on his face, as if he hasn't been sleeping very well. The hair at the top of his head is wispy, which is unusual for elves, even people of half-elvish blood. Generally, they keep their hair. And he has a sort of stoop, a hunch, when he walks, as if he's carrying a heavy weight. Do I know you?
It's Aaron. Dorian's apprentice.
He coughs.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
deep
right.
cough. Well, what do you want then?
Just concerned. You ain't looking well, my friend. No one's seen you for a few days.
Worry
had to
weighs
check
on
on
a
it.
man.
What's got you worried? What's going on?
I don't believe that's any of your business.
I heard you got into a bit of an altercation.
Word's
everything
spreading
alright?
now, is it? What's that bastard that leaves a little authority in about me now?
It's not good. Might I come in for a minute?
Alright, come in. And he just
Appreciate it.
walks away from the door.
Aaron looks back. Gestures for them to follow.
Do you close
Follow
the
them.
door after you?
No.
Whoa, now, you know, whoa. I know you.
These,
I don't know them.
these two are with me. They're my friends. Is he a
Aye.
fella? He's a priest. Wasn't sure if something was wrong with you or not. Figure bring a healer just in case.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not my best stat.
Better than
Oh.
history, though.
Does anybody else want to say anything? Rolled.
I could help. Yes, I am.
I rolled a 7.
Here I am.
Pushing it on the metagaming, guys.
No.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7. Okay. I don't know them. I don't want them in my house. You want to talk, we'll talk outside. And he walks back towards the door. You do see while you're in there, though. Make a perception check.
All of us? We all. Well,
No, you two are
Yeah,
still
well,
on
can
the
I-
door. You guys. Well, you can make a
Can I-
perception check with disadvantage because you're on the outside looking in through the door.
Right.
Arid, you're inside currently, so go ahead and make a flat perception check for me.
with disadvantage. 14.
Oh, damn it. I lost one of my die. Let me roll that.
I rolled a 9 DM.
A 9.
I got 14.
14.
With disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. And Mikhail?
As a 14 perception.
14. Okay. So 2 14s and a 9. Arid, you're mostly focused on him and speaking with him and surmising what you can about his physicality since he doesn't look very well. You two, however, looking through the door, something catches your eye. The house has sort of like a sad aura to it. Everything is like, it's well furnished, and it looks like at some point Soldanis probably had some money. But there's a layer of dust on everything. There's also the dishes are piled in the sink. You can see through one of the windows. Well, it's not quite a sink; it's more like a wash basin. And what really catches your eyes at the corner, right by the door, where you might keep old milk bottles, for example, that the milkman would come and bring. There's a small case. It looks like it contains 4 empty vials. They look like potion vials.
DM, on the way out, it's just a minute, Soldanis. You need some fresh air here. And he goes over and opens up one of the windows a crack. There. Get you some fresh air. And then he walks over to the door behind him. Follow him outside the house.
Soldanis follows you. Closes the door. Not all the way, but leaves about an inch open.
I see the window open.
You do. But we'll get to that in a second. And just turns to facing us. Now, what is it you wanted to talk about?
Now listen, there's been some talk about what you've been up to with the Leaves of Illithar. Apparently you caused quite the ruckus. I'm just trying to set the record straight. I know you're a good man, and what they're saying about you, there's probably more to the story. Looking out for your reputation. Why don't you set the record straight?
Teruvian is a prick. And you would know, Arid, that Teruvian is the elf that owns the Leaves of Illithar.
What is the Leaves of Illithar? Has that been explained to us?
It's an apothecary. It's a potion shop.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the one that was robbed.
Yeah. No, the Ibarim's House of Boom, which is an explosive shop, was robbed. Leaves of Illithar, there was a disturbance. You didn't know until recently that it was an altercation between this Soldanis and the owner, who's named Teruvian.
I know he's a bit uptight. What do you do this time?
I'm his best customer. I'm there all the time. But I closed down me smeltery not that long ago. No iron. I kept the workers on as long as I could. I fired the ones who didn't have families so that I could keep the ones with families and keep paying them even though there was no work for them to do. Hoping someone would reopen a mine. Nobody did.
Hey,
Shields
did I check that?
Yeah, go for it.
Like that he chose the ones that were... That's the one. It's a natural one.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Well, Arid would also, if it's all right, DM,
Go for it.
like to insight.
It was a good thing you did helping those
He
families
seemed
out.
honest. Yeah, to you.
I commend that as our holy man wholeheartedly.
I'm rolling terribly. I rolled a 7 as well, so okay.
He also
assuming I
seems
get the
honest
same
to you.
impression. Okay.
He seems honest to you.
So long as you're a good man, yeah. There are others that say differently. They're just
No.
bitter and angry. Well, what does that have to do with Teruvian?
I buy potions from him on a regular basis. His best customer. Now, one time I don't have the gold. I asked for
What kind of potions do you buy? Oh, sorry.
That's none of your business.
Yep, yes, sir.
Now,
My
I
name
had
is-
most of the gold, but not all of it. My smeltery's closed. I've burned through my reserves. I've got almost nothing left. So I went to him and I asked if I could have an advance on the gold, or on the potions, and I'd pay him back. And he knew I was good for him. Wouldn't do it. That, and I suspect he's been price gouging me the whole time on account of my being a half-elf.
Might be. DM, is Arid familiar at all to Rubian, or by reputation at all?
He seems to be a drug dealer of sorts.
You would know of the Leaves of Illithar. You don't necessarily know Teruvian. You wouldn't have necessarily had any dealings with him. So Dorian makes potions, but he doesn't make them in the volume that Teruvian makes them. So if you needed a potion for something, you probably would have just asked Dorian, and Dorian would have given it to you for free or taken some money out of your salary or something like that in recompense for it.
Sure.
Honestly, he probably would have just given it to you if you asked.
Can I roll a medicine check? What I'd like to do is... Arid's trying to see, is he dealing with withdrawal or trying to, deal with some chronic condition?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a medicine check for me.
Finally, something above 10. I rolled a 17.
A 17. You've seen potion addiction before, believe it or not, in school.
Cerulean, yeah.
It's Cerulean. A lot of mages use potions to keep their minds sharp, to study, to all of these things, to better perform, because it's a very cutthroat world in Cold Rock. The powerful rise, those who fail sink to the bottom or wash out or so forth. So you've seen that happen before. He honestly just looks tired and weighted. It does not look like he's going through withdrawal.
Okay.
Also, those specific potions are called Adarolian.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a riddle.
No, I'm kidding.
It's riddle.
Yeah. No.
It does
they're
really
not
good. You could make a good amount. You can turn $100 and IV.
The spice. The
spice must come. Yeah. Regardless, it doesn't look like he's going through withdrawal.
I see. No. It sounds like he was not one to be a very accommodating fellow. For that, I'm sorry to hear. You don't look well, though. Is there some way I can help? I know times have been tough. We're all just trying to make it another day, and, well, not if enably concerned. It sounds like just a simple misunderstanding. Anybody asks, say it's simple misunderstanding. But is there anything I can do for you?
Well, I appreciate it. But
You
I'm
look
sorted for
mighty
the moment.
tired. Maybe a sleeping potion or something.
I don't take potions.
Oh, I just assumed because you were hitting up Teruvian at the Leaves of Illithar that you do.
I never said they were for me.
Are you here alone?
What's that?
No, good. Are you here alone? I was just gonna say, but it sounds like you were gonna.
That's also none of your business. Look, I don't know you two. Arid I've seen from time to time. Not that we're friends, but we're neighbors. In the meantime...
My name's Eugene.
Melchizedek. You saw a window open. It was a window on the alley, and you can hear the conversation happening out front. What would you like to do?
I went straight to the window.
Okay. You gonna roll a stealth check?
Yep.
Alright.
Thank you.
That's DM being generous. Reminding you to roll stealth.
Sorry, I rolled twice. First roll was a 9.
A 9. Okay. What do you like to do?
Can you roll with advantage since I'm also distracting?
No, I'm gonna have Soldanis roll with disadvantage to perceive it.
Got it. Okay.
Stay out of sight. And I'm listening at the window. Can I hear the conversation through it?
You can, yeah.
Am I tolerant to see through the window where it's cracked open?
You can sort of leap up and grab onto it if you wanted to.
Is there a way I can pry it open a little more to see if it's going to make a noise?
It's open enough. Well, Eric, did you open it enough for someone to get through it? I figure that was
Yeah.
the point.
Exactly.
You could get through it if you wanted to.
All right, then I will definitely get to a position where I can see into the room.
Okay. The room itself is, as previously described, well furnished. There appear to be dishes, however, in the wash basin. There are books piled high on one corner. There's a layer of dust on a lot of things. It looks as if there was a vase with flowers in it, but the flowers have died a long time ago, and there's nothing really left but stalks. And the petals have all fallen and sort of wilted and dried and rotted away on the table itself, which looks like it hasn't been used for a while. Yeah, that would be about all you see.
I put one hand on the sill.
Okay.
And start to slowly maneuver myself. Edges.
Okay. Oops. I think it says I'm muted or something.
If I can see Soldanis.
You can, but only through a very small sliver in the front door. He has his back to you currently. He's facing Arid.
As long as the conversation is continuing unabated,
For the
I'll
moment it is.
continue making my way in.
Okay. Roll an acrobatics check for me.
That's a 10.
Okay. It's not difficult. You can get into the room relatively easily. You're a slender person, and although the window is not very wide, you've done things like this before. It's not too difficult to do. So you are inside the room. Your feet touch down. Not very softly, but softly enough as far as you're concerned. You can see on the right there's a door that goes further into the house that's currently closed. And you can see through to windows on the other side of the room where there are couches in a sort of seating area.
Is it a single floor home?
Two-story home.
Do I see stairs?
No, you do not.
I tiptoe across to the door.
Okay.
Is it locked?
The door is not locked.
I try to open it quietly.
Okay. The door, you open it, and the lock is relatively quiet. There's a little ticking sound as it opens. And the door goes, which is takes you off guard for a second because you're quite satisfied with how quietly the locking mechanism was opened. But the door is open just enough for you to get through. And you sort of freeze, waiting. Doesn't seem like Soldanis noticed.
Conversation is still ongoing. I hear a muffled
Mm-hmm.
side.
Yeah, for the record, you probably have about 10 minutes more of conversation at the moment. Because that's how
Okay.
long the conversation went on.
I slip inside, checking to see if there's anyone.
Nope. It's very quiet. On the right, there are stairs ascending. On the left, there's another door, but that one's slightly ajar, and you see in there a wash basin and a pail, essentially, what passes for a bathroom.
Is there a layer of dust in the basin?
There is not.
I'm going to look around for anything unholy, given the conversation we just had outside.
Define... Oh, you mean like pentagrams and so forth?
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. Seems like a very sad man's house. Lives quietly.
Feeling a little bit bad, I start to tiptoe up the stairs.
Okay. They creak a little bit. But again, Soldanis, you're now you're past where he would have been, and it's quite quiet. At the top of the stairs, the balcony wraps around, so you can see down through the stairs. And there's a door next to you at the top, a door at the far end on the right, a window opposite you where the stairs came up, and then another door at the very on the left, where the balcony wraps around. You gather that door would be probably above the living room.
I see, so it would look down... Oh, sorry, a door above the living. Okay. Is there a window that looks down into the same alley where I entered?
Yes, right at the top of the stairs, where you came up the stairs. You would be able to look down into that
I will
alleyway.
proceed to open that window.
Okay, it opens without a fuss.
I peek out. Anyone in the alley?
You see the figure at the end of the alley that you saw before. They're not dressed as a Shields of Hakkan, but you saw Emily sort of look at them and
Gotcha.
they gave her a symbol.
All right, I want to systematically check the rooms. Not moving too quietly anymore, just moving quickly.
Okay. The first room is well furnished. There is a bed. It seems to be a bedroom. There's a writing desk. An oil lamp sits on one of the bedside tables, but it's not one of those like normal oil lamps that you'd use on the go. It's a very nice oil lamp with a shade. Looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. There is a layer of dust on everything in this room.
And the bed, is it made?
Yes, the bed is made.
Is there dust on the bed?
Yes.
Not used in some time, I think. Any portraits in here, or...
No, there is a depiction of Sanguim in here looking out at the Red Lake. There's no buildings painted in it, but you can see what looks like the Deosab crags on the right in this painting. And on the left, a very beautiful mountain range that is clearly not there anymore, but you gather is probably what the Twisted Crags used to look like.
So Arcana storms are nothing to be laughed at. I say while I muse at the picture. Nothing to see here. Next room.
The next room, you open the door expecting to see another bedroom like the one you saw, but this one's different. The color scheme is different here. There are pastel colors. And the bed is much smaller and has bars on the side of it. In fact, it's a crib.
Same dust on everything?
Yeah, same dust on everything. There appear to be toys in one corner that are kind of haphazardly scattered. There's what looks like a cuckoo clock on the wall, which is essentially broken. The bird that usually pops out, and you've seen such contraptions. Obviously, you're familiar with them. The bird doesn't seem to be moving, although the clock still ticks, and the pendulum still sways.
Is the bird stuck?
Yes, the bird is stuck.
Is it obvious to me what's wrong with it?
Roll a tinker check for me.
Dex?
Yeah.
I'm proficient with Tinker's tools,
Yeah, so
and
it's
I have them. But...
Dex plus your proficiency, which is 2 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dex check. That's a natural 19 plus 3
Nice.
plus 2.
Hey yo!
4.
Yeah, it's completely obvious to you what's wrong with it. In fact, you remember a time when a child came with her mother to the workshop and was in tears because her favorite clock was no longer working. And yet it was very easy. Your father fixed it simply by realigning the gears, which seemed to have ground together.
Can I do that quickly? Or is that a...
With that roll? Yeah. You sort of lift the bird free, and within you can see two gears that are rotating, but bumping into each other as the clock ticks forward. So you just push one right back into place and seat the bird, and the bird disappears into the clock.
Mother's hands are guiding you.
They do love it when the dice tell a story.
Okay.
I give the clock a tap, making sure not to disturb the dust that's on the top. Next room.
Next room, as you open the door, is another bedroom. In here, the dust is less. And you don't really get a chance to look at the room because you see a figure lying in the bed. She's appears to be a woman, elvish, and is a wood elf, to be precise, and is lying on her back, it looks like, with her hands folded across her chest, and you can just see her chest rise and fall very gently.
Sleeping.
Appears to be, yeah.
Like a Norman Bates situation.
Roll a
go
perception
ahead.
check for me while you're in this room.
It's 8 plus 3 for 11.
11. There are potion vials sitting on the bedside table, one of which looks to be full.
Is it clear what kind of potions they are?
You would recognize them as the same sort of potions that Arid produced from the bag, as potions of health.
I think I've seen all there is to be seen.
Okay.
I intend to close the door quietly and drop down from the second story window into the alley.
As you close the door quietly, you hear, "Well now, I appreciate you dropping by, but in the future I'd appreciate it if you announced yourselves first. I'm a busy man."
Of course, Adonis. Just glad to see you're doing all right, and that this business with Teruvian was simple misunderstanding. Again, if I can be of help in any way, please consider me both a neighbor and a friend.
All right. Take care now. He closes the door.
Good day on you.
And you hear him shuffle to the window that you opened and slam it shut. Mel, roll an acrobatics check for me.
I say I count to 10,
Where's Mel?
and then it's 11 plus 5 for 16.
Okay. There is a copper pipe that leads from the gutters on top of at the side of the peaked roof, and you manage to slide down that relatively easily. It does make a noise, and you realize that the window is still open on the second floor, which it was not before.
Okay.
Guys, let's stop moving.
I
Eric
quietly come to the
gestures
front of the
for
house and see if I can rejoin my compatriots.
who are already on their way towards where Lydia kind of made herself scarce, walking in that direction.
Emily, where Emily?
Emily.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emily.
That's okay.
Emily.
Totally.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of faces.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
find anything?
I didn't have a chance to see much. He doesn't look well. He doesn't look sick himself so much as he does just tired. Something is bothering him.
Got rather touchy when we asked him if he was there alone.
I don't know if he's there alone. We've only ever seen him in the house.
He's not.
How would you find there, Mel, when you went inside? You got in successful?
I went in, yes. He's caring for someone. A loved one, I think.
His wife?
Maybe.
She's sick?
When I saw the person lying on her back,
Mm-hmm.
was she older, younger? Is it hard to tell with elves?
Yes, it's hard to tell with elves. That said, what did you roll for perception when you were in there? I think it was a 16?
An 11,
An 11.
I think.
Yeah, you didn't get a sense of her age.
Older than a child, though, right? I mean...
Yes.
Or-
Yeah. No, she wasn't a kid.
She was a woman. Elven. It's hard to tell with elves. It could have been 20 or 200.
What kind of elf?
But she's sick. The potions, I think they are for her.
Hmm.
They are keeping her alive.
Does she seem diseased, or
It is...
what? Anything obvious that ailed her?
Not that I could tell, but I am no man of medicine.
Was she bleeding at all?
No. She was sleeping. But when, I thought, very thin. So again, it is hard to tell with elves.
Hmm.
I got the sense that he is a righteous man. The way he had kept the smeltery alive as long as he could.
I don't think he's up to anything fishy either. Well, maybe not anything. It doesn't have honest intentions. I'll say that way.
I am inclined to believe if we open up that smeltery, the town would prosper again. And things
I think
would be
so.
right and good here.
I think so too, Mikhail.
Smeltery needs iron.
We should clear that mine. We'll get a reward. I think. If that's what you're concerned about. I mean, I know you don't work for free. But first things first. I don't see how Soldanis is linked to this murder at all. Is his sick wife buying potions for her?
That's what I'm saying.
And
Perhaps we could do this man a favor and help him out, and to get us a bit closer to helping out, to open it, allowing him to open up himself to some of the deeper things that's been troubling him.
if your goal is to reopen this smeltery, I have a feeling we will not do it without him. The people of this town, they don't have vision. They don't strive to escape their condition. The iron disappears and they accept it. The smelteries close and they accept it. There are few here. Few here who will make the future for themselves and others.
No, Mel. I can see how to someone like you it might seem that way. You're a worldly fella, clearly. You've been around and seen all kinds of sights. Traveled halfway across the world. Suppose a concept like home and tradition and seeing one's neighbors as family, being unwilling to abandon them when hardship strikes, might seem to you like laziness or accepting defeat. But you know what it seems like to me is love for their land, where they grew up, their neighbors and their family, and an unwillingness to give up on it without a fight. And so they're holding on. But not you.
I think
They can't fight. Clearing out this infestation might be too much for them. In other cases, the mine's just closed. They're finding a way to keep on. And they will continue. Maybe with a little help from someone like you.
Okay. You've spoken to Soldanis. Shall I take you to the smeltery?
I think it would be good.
Follow
Ah.
me.
I guess so.
And she just gestures down the alley to the guy who was the silhouette at the other end. He nods. And she leads you off east towards the eastern gate. The one you all entered by, actually, towards the road to Sanguim. It's a relatively easy walk. It's through the streets, although the streets are under about maybe an inch or so, maybe half an inch of mud. And it passes relatively quickly. It takes you probably about 20 minutes to reach the gate from where you are. The town is not overly large, as you know. You have a map of it. And at the gate, the guards turn to see who is exiting, and they acknowledge Emily, who passes through. And you are outside the walls of Sanguim. Well, we have to go north. There is bandit activity in the area. I suggest we be careful. However, we're not straying too far from the walls, so unlikely that they would attack us. It's also a relatively easy trip. Here the ground is slightly higher than it is in Sanguim. Sanguim is sort of a little sunken. And the road here is dusty, and it's not so much muddy and wet. It's a dusty road that's well maintained, actually. Although it's in a little disrepair now. There are wooden slats in the road to help stop erosion. And looking at the wooden slats, you can see that there's been a lot of heavy cart traffic on these, especially going north. You gather probably mine carts, carts laden with iron ore and smelted iron going into blacksmiths in the city, and so forth. It takes you about 40 minutes, but you arrive at the Banded House Smeltery without issue, actually. And on the right, you can sort of see, as you exit Sanguim, you sort of exit towards the swamp, and the swamp is in front of you, but as you walk north, the ground sort of creeps up and forms little foothills that vanish in the clouds, thousands and thousands of feet above you at the peaks of the Deusab. It's actually quite beautiful. Well,
Wow.
You smell that? The air seems fresher up the mountain, doesn't it?
I used to be able to see these mountains on a clear day from the farm. So crazy to see them up close.
I was born in the mountains. Every time I'm climbing one, it feels like I'm going home. Anyhow, the smeltery. And you see a building that's very clearly a smeltery, but around that building is a troop of Shields of Hakkan. They're not particularly at attention currently. They're just sort of sitting around a campfire that they've built and sort of and like elbowing each other and like goofing around. As she walks up, one just sort of like grabs the other by a strap over his shoulder and just shakes him and stands up. And goes, yes, Sergeant, just watching the doors here, making sure no one shows up. He goes, at ease. And he sits back down like that, and all his compatriots are looking at him like, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? She doesn't care. The smeltery itself is medium-sized. It looks like it probably housed around 100 to 150 workers on a full day. You can see smokestacks rising from the main building, which is of red brick. There's probably 6 or 7 of them. The front of it, however, is a very large carriage door with a much smaller door cut into it that's made for humans to go in and out. And it looks like both are currently closed.
Looking around, you said the main entrance is closed as well?
Yeah, main entrance is a carriage door with a smaller door cut in it. And both are closed. The main carriage door is closed and the smaller door is closed.
Right. Has there been anybody been in or out since you last checked out the smeltery?
Emily turns to the folks who've been watching. Nope. Nope. Definitely no one.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
12.
12. He's covering for someone, but not in a malicious way.
Mm-hmm. Melchizedek, you said you're an expert tracker, right? Capable of seeing footprints and whatnot and tracking when and how many people have been in a location? Eric says this rather loudly.
Melchizedek, catching on, says, "Of course.
Roll a deception
The
check.
snow is
sorry, go ahead.
not so different from the sand in which I was raised."
Roll a deception check. Either both of you can roll independently, or one of you roll with advantage.
That's a 6.
Okay, I will.
Plus 0.
I will roll separately. Yes!
Nice.
Natural 20. Eric just busts out all his acting chops. You know, his stays at Juilliard. Coming into play. 21.
Yes.
It is actually, though.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fine. We dared Corden to go in, and he did it.
I see. Did he touch anything?
Nope. No, I didn't touch nothing. Nope. I saw the body. I didn't go near it. I just closed the door behind me. Came right back out.
All right. Emily, as we discussed, anybody coming into close proximity with this thing is to be quarantined and kept in the town dungeon for no less than 2 10-day, right? Gives her a little wink.
Yes, I think that was Lydia's orders. Private Corden, please return to town and report to the barracks. Why, am I infected with something? It's a possibility, and we can't rule it out. You have your orders. Do not come in contact with anyone. Don't visit your family. Just go to the barracks. Tell Lydia what I told you.
What is the pay for the duly departed, by the way?
Let's not talk about that in front of my men.
That's fair.
She gives you a little wink back. As he walks off, she goes, "Corden, I'm fucking with you." So I don't have to go. Just sit down.
Aird lets loose a little chuckle, and then moves to the door. And
The door is not locked. It swings open if you push on it. That is the human-sized door. The carriage door is bolted shut, and there are chains bound around it on the outside.
okay,
On the inside, there is dust, but it doesn't look like regular dust. It looks like coal dust. It has a sort of chalky consistency. You gather probably because these are coke ovens, and they were feeding them with coal to keep them hot enough all the time to do the smelting. In the center of the room, you see a white chalk pentagram and a body.
Hey, that's what we're talking about.
Mikhail, do you feel funny at all? Eugene, you got the fluxometer?
Do my bones ache?
Aye. How you feeling?
No, your bones do not ache currently.
Okay, yeah, let's try the flexometer. I'll get it out. See, what do I see?
Stable. There's little pips every now and then, but you know that that's relatively normal. Where there's arcana, there's usually flux, unless it's an area of high flux, and then it stabilizes higher. But in this particular case, there doesn't appear to be any real flux going on.
Is the body still there?
The body is still there.
Can I medicine check the body or inspect the body for like wounds
You can,
or?
yeah. Roll a medicine check for me.
Yeah, Eric would
wanna-
also. Go ahead, Eugene.
I just want to do a general investigation, looking for clues of any kind.
Roll
If
an
that's too
investigation
broad, I
check.
don't know.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I guide myself while I
You
do
can.
so?
Yeah.
Got a 15.
Mikhail takes a Rakshana pose next to the body and closes his eyes and begins to hum and guides himself as he does his medicine check, which is that plus a D4. How do you
Do slash roll 1d4.
That's right. That's right. His commands.
Yeah, I have them bound to macros in the
21.
number slots, so that's how I can do it easily. 21.
Say 21.
The first thing you notice is the body is female, human, middle-aged, probably about 45, maybe. She's dressed in the clothes of not a wealthy woman, but a little bit above commoner. The clothes are relatively nice. However, they are somewhat ragged and run down, and they seem a little dirty. You gather probably because her and her husband had fallen upon hard times as the town declined. The other thing you notice is that there is an incision on her neck, right here. It doesn't look like puncture marks.
Like in her artery, in her
yes.
carotid neck artery.
Correct. It doesn't look like puncture marks, which is something that you would know to look for. It looks like as if it was made by a very fine instrument. The cut itself, there's no bruising around it, which means that nobody slammed a knife into her neck. There's just a very slight slit there. And on that side of her body, it's dried, parched. It's almost as if the blood is gone from that side of the body.
Well, I've been traveling the road for many years, and I've seen a mortal wound or two. It's blood magic, they say. It must require the blood. It would be a great place to acquire a bunch of it. Don't you think?
Is the ground stained with blood?
Not a drop. Eugene.
Hey.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
I was going to say even on her skin from where near around the incision point?
Nope, none. Eugene, with a roll of 15, you'd notice a couple things. First, the door you entered through was not locked, which is odd. Second, there is a desk in the corner, and there is what appears to be a small journal on it.
Oh, what's that? I don't. Well, you know what? I will. I will cast detect magic to see if there's any magic on this journal, and to also scan the rest of the room.
The pentagram and the candles glow, and you recognize the type of magic that it is. You've cast detect magic on this type of magic before, back at school.
Yep.
The journal is not magical. There's nothing else magical in the room.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll pick up the journal and look in it.
Okay. Appears to be a series of entries, each with dates, but ordered. And they read, the first entry reads, I asked around town for someone desperate enough to rent me their property. It won't do to have anything within the walls. Too many Shields of Hakkan there. I'll need privacy. Second entry. I was walking past the apothecary this evening when a fight broke out on the inside, and a man ran out and off down one of the alleys. When I inquired, the owner was perfectly willing to give me his name. I did some digging, and it just so happens that he used to own a smeltery outside the city walls, and has what can only be assumed to be an addiction to potions of some sort. I can't believe my luck. I'll approach him tomorrow when he's good and desperate. Third entry. Soldanis, as it turns out this is this poor bastard's name, rented me his smeltery without asking any questions. Never underestimate the power of gold over the truly desperate. I've set up properly for the ritual, taking great pains to make sure that the pentagram is complete. Not like last time. Now I just need to find a donor. Fourth entry. Found a donor. She walked right past the house where I've taken up residence in the town. Brave woman. She faced her death well. Last entry. I've found one. I found one. There is indeed a sanctuary near this place. The next line is covered. Looks like it's can't be read. Like whoever wrote this went over it with a pen and crossed it all out. And then the last line is, nothing is ever easy, but just for once, I wish it were.
Oh my.
Are you reading this out loud?
Yeah, you guys, I found his journal. Yeah, and I'll read it all out loud to them.
That is disturbing.
You think it was a wielder of blood magic? It must have been, right? Hiding from the Shields of Hakkan, creating this pentagram, causing these wounds, draining a body of blood?
So that's it then. An evil wizard preys upon an old man caring for his sick wife. And uses his
found
property
a
to commit
sanctuary
this.
nearby. Sorry, what was that?
What is a sanctuary? It's a conclave of evil wizards.
Roll an Arcana check. Eugene and Arid, you can roll as well, but roll with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
That's
It's a 9 with
natural
disadvantage.
16 plus 7, 13. Sorry, 23. My bad.
Sorry, 16 plus 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
You know
Upside
what
down.
sanctuaries
6
are.
plus 7 is 13, is what I was thinking. Go ahead.
You know what sanctuaries are. I am going to whisper to you.
Okay.
Jesse, can we actually get a channel? A second channel? Could you create a second channel so I can pull people into it and whisper with them?
Yeah. How do I do that?
I think you can just right-click Create Channel. Voice channel.
Whispers.
We're gonna need everyone to step away from the table.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing. Hop down a channel for me, Eugene. Welcome.
Uh,
You
hey.
are well familiar with sanctuaries. In fact,
This is what I found under the library. That was a sanctuary.
That was a blood magic sanctuary. You know that blood mages, in particular, because they weren't always misunderstood, but even in their own times, were seen as sort of dark, not necessarily evildoers, but dangerous. And so they established sanctuaries that were protected, enclaves where they individually could work and live and study, where they wouldn't be bothered by, peasants with pitchforks and so forth.
Okay.
So yes, you are familiar with what a sanctuary is.
Got it, and that's where I want to go. That's been what I've been looking for.
And it seems like there's one in the area.
I was trying to remember what the original Sanguim answer told me in my mind. She just told me to go look up more, to find more info. What was the specific mission?
She told you that one of her students went and founded Sanguim.
Right.
A long time ago.
Right.
So she said...
And to find out more about her. Yeah.
Cool. Let's jump back in.
Let's do it.
One who might understand.
Back.
Yeah.
Okay. With a roll of a 9, you're not familiar with blood magic. You didn't study it. They certainly don't teach it at Cetrulia or at Cerulia. There are mentions of it in the histories that are present in the college. You don't know of any idea of a sanctuary, though. Not as specific to blood magic, anyway.
Sure. Contextually, I might understand it to be just a place where like-minded individuals probably, I don't know, do whatever.
You can imagine that might be something along those lines. Yeah.
All right. Well, Eugene, what do you think?
I think we should go check out the sanctuary. I mean, there could be all kinds of information there.
You know where the sanctuary is?
No, but it's got to be nearby. I'm sure if we go around looking for it, we could find it. It might even be somehow attached to this building, for all I know.
Can I roll an insight
We'll have
check?
to look around.
Yeah. You can roll an insight check.
17.
Anything he should know, Eugene?
You're not really.
Are
I
you
mean,
actively deceiving him?
No. I literally don't know where it is. Just that I don't know what you know, that there's a sanctuary nearby, according to the journal.
What would a sanctuary be like, Eugene?
Well, I've heard
Point
that
of order?
sanctuaries...
Emily is in the room.
Got it.
Just letting you know.
Sanctuaries, I mean, I think it'd be any place that somebody goes for safety. I assume that this blood mage wanted to go to this sanctuary to be safe. To hide from people that were persecuting them, I don't know, Shields of Hakkan, the kind of gesturing towards Emily.
Well, the journal said a house in town where he'd taken up residence. Can I see it?
Oh, sure.
Emily, it was my thought as well. He said he encountered this poor woman.
Right here, yes. She walked right past the house where I've taken up residence in the town.
Aye.
Oh.
That was my thought, exactly. So we have approximate whereabouts. We know, according to her husband, she was on her way to the grocery mart. Do we know of any residences rented out to strangers recently in that general area?
Shields of Hakkan don't keep records of that, but...
I'm sure we could knock on some doors.
It's not that big a town, right? Can't be too many private residences up for being rented out.
It could be done.
All right, then.
Uh,
Let's do it.
That said,
There's also another matter.
You-
It says
Go ahead.
Soldanis rented this to a blood mage.
That's true. Soldanis would know exactly who this fella is.
It also makes him an accessory.
you are not suggesting that he knew.
That's
It
true. He
even
might
says
not
in the
know.
diary he asked no questions.
It's not for me to decide. That's for the mayor. But I will say, in the past, the mayor has not looked kindly on people suspected of blood magic, or accessory to.
That is why
Well,
we
then-
should discover where this mage was hiding.
Exactly. Then maybe the mayor will help us, because he'll be like, oh, you gotta find him so we could, get
The
rid of
mayor
him.
won't help you.
Yeah, I suspect this is on us.
Yeah, Arid, you know who the mayor is. The mayor's name is Petrov Yankovich, and he is a hard liner when it comes to blood magic, vampirism, and so forth. He is what I would refer to as a zealot. Evidence doesn't really matter to this guy.
Emily, truly by the bottom of me heart, I don't believe this man to be guilty of this. Is there anything we can do to help
I think
resolve
Fellas.
before it gets escalated too far?
if we find a fella, bring him to justice, doesn't have anything to do with Soldanis at that point. We have the
Do you
perpetrator.
think there is a chance that this mage is still in the city? Or has he retreated to this sanctuary he speaks of?
I don't think we'll find him in the city. I think we might find some clues as to where he came from and what he
That's
did.
because if it is possible he is still there, I would not wish to alert him to the fact that we are searching.
You heard the journal.
I can have the Shields of Hakkan cordon off the area.
Well, that would alert him, would it not? And again, he left this journal at the scene of the crime. He must have known we would find it, or someone.
He was not
You know,
here
it
when we
might-
found it. When we came inside.
Might not necessarily be a man.
Wait, what are you saying?
All I'm saying is we don't know who wrote the journal. It could have been a man or a woman.
Not you, boy. Emily.
Oh,
What you saying it wasn't in here the first time?
There was no one here. We didn't look for evidence or journal. We saw the dead body, saw what had happened, and immediately exited.
Aye, so never mind. I thought I heard something. Heard it. Heard.
Yes, but this journal was left here. What kind of killer leaves evidence at the scene of their crime?
A cocky one.
Or one who never intends to return.
Or that. Sounds like he found what he was looking for. Why come back here?
Can I suppose I already rolled Arcana to... The Arcana was for... just to understand what the nature of the spell, I think, right?
Yeah, right? I think that's what it was.
Eugene,
Or to
what-
understand the nature of a sanctuary.
of a sanctuary. I would like to understand what they were trying to achieve with the spell. Can I roll separately for that, or would my prior roll stand? It seems like Eric might understand
roll
contextually.
a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
You gather, based on the entries in the journal, that this ritual was probably conducted to locate a sanctuary. Because he wrote about performing the ritual, and then he wrote about how he'd found a sanctuary.
Eugene. Emily, can you give us the room for a minute, please?
All right. I'll be outside if you need anything.
Thank you. Eugene,
Yeah, I heard.
do you think you could recreate this? I have the body, we've got the pentagram, we've got the candles.
What do you mean?
Are you seriously asking him to do blood magic with the Shields of Hakkan standing outside?
For what purpose?
To understand what a sanctuary is.
I wouldn't know how. I haven't learned anything about blood magic. They didn't teach us it at the college.
You just knew a bit more than me about what a sanctuary was. I thought maybe you might know something about activating this. Could be as simple as putting a drop of blood on it or something.
I mean,
You're muffled there.
it is worth a shot. I guess I could try it.
That or not, if you don't know, something unforeseen could happen. If we activate it in the incorrect manner. Looking over, Eric takes one last look at this long look at this woman, looking her over at the incision. Were there any other signs of violence about her?
No, it doesn't appear. No, who made a medicine check?
It was Mikhail, I think.
Okay, so yeah, Mikhail, you would have noticed there were no ligature marks, so she wasn't tied. It doesn't look like she has any bruises or anything else like that.
Yes.
You don't think she came here willingly?
I don't know. The journal said donor. It's been bothering me this whole time.
Do you suppose magics can impose a will upon another person? I look at Mel when I say that.
I know for a fact it can.
Sure.
Evil magics at that.
Mikhail nods. I understand it to be so.
So what do we know? We
I
can
would
have
assume
fun.
this is the donor, that this was the blood donor, essentially. That's how I interpreted it.
I understand. Donor implies it was given freely. I don't think she gave her life freely.
Let us go
I don't
forth
know.
to the city and search the houses near the market. I think there is no more to be found here.
I agree.
But if you're right about the blood, shouldn't I try it? How about I try it?
Don't be afraid of what is forbidden, boy.
I'm gonna take my little dagger out and say, I'm not. And cut my finger and like drop it on the pentagram.
Can I issue guidance on that was like
You
a
can. Yeah.
Okay. That was a guidance.
You wait for a moment. Another moment. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, it was worth a shot. Visibly a little bit disappointed that nothing happened. Alright then. Back to town, I guess.
Unless there's any other way we can track this sanctuary place. That's we haven't
I don't
touched
know
yet.
what...
We track it.
As you
by
guys
finding
pointed
the
out...
keys. You wizards are
Sorry.
foolish and reckless. And I will start to exit the smeltery.
As you all
Right.
exit... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Air just doing the same.
Okay. As you all exit, Emily is waiting for you outside. She has a bit of a concerned look on her face. And she turns to the Shields of Hakkan who are sitting there and says, "All right, we'll meet you in town. We're almost done here. Are you all done with the body?" Is it safe to move?
I guess
There's
I didn't really
no
look at the body.
lingering magic. I didn't see anything about a person.
We will bring her back to town, inform her husband, and perform the burning as is necessary. You
Right,
too.
Good.
Carry her back. Shroud her. Wrap her in your cloak. And the two men go inside. And eventually they come back out, and they start trudging down the road. And as you go to follow, she just puts her hand out and stops you from proceeding. She just kind of waits for them to disappear over the hill and down the slope towards the town. She just quietly goes, "Break the lock."
Which lock?
Break the lock. She was pointing at the door that you all went in through.
Good.
Why?
Walks over and looks over the lock. It's not already broken, obviously, right?
Lock's in perfect order. Look. Soldanis rented a blood mage his property. Means he gave him a key. If the lock is broken,
I understand.
now I'm going to walk away because I don't want to see it.
See what?
Exactly. And she just starts to walk away and disappears over the hill.
Eugene. Why don't you go on and use one of your firebolts to blow open a hole around the lock? We already know it's a blood mage. Lend credence to blood mage breaking in. I suppose it's simply smashing it.
Okay. Do you think Soldanis actually knew a blood mage was renting out this place?
I think he knew a shady character needed to use his smeltery. Who rents out an abandoned smeltery?
Like she said, someone who's desperate, or he said.
Exactly, someone who's willing to look the other way when encountered with a shady figure. Not saying Soldanis was a bad man. I'm saying he was a desperate one who looked the other way. Not great, but
I
Not-
actually,
a
For
rap
one,
on
I
him.
have no wish to see this man arrested or worse.
Aye.
I don't suppose ye have ever had to protect one you love, then, have ye? Be honest with me, boy.
I mean, there was a
Not
time a
he,
bale of
not
hay
he.
almost fell on my mom's head.
That can be quite a damaging occurrence. But I asked the other boy, have
No,
you
what's
ever
that,
had
old
to
man?
protect one with all costs? Suppose your precious bird were to be taken from ye, would ye not give everything in your being to be reunited with it or to protect it?
Are you suggesting Soldanis is missing something? That someone was kidnapped? Or just desperate for coin? As I said, it sounds like he's desperate for coin. I don't think that makes him a bad man.
I know,
Just
but all
let
I'm
him-
saying is that he wasn't about to be asking question when produced with a bag of gold. Be him in need and of some potions for his, well, we don't know what daughter, wife, the someone he cares for, obviously. So I wouldn't suppose he's a known participant in this. Nor do I suppose he'd be asking many questions which be aid in us in our search for it. So we should protect the man.
I'm no interest in seeing him persecuted by Mayor Yankovic.
Yeah.
He's not one to listen to reason. So
He may have more information that we want to talk to him about too.
I don't
There's
think so.
more we gotta learn from him.
Not until we get more facts. But Eugene, if you could firebolt the lock, that would be great.
I will do it.
The blood
Roll
magicians
an
use
attack roll.
fire. Is that what they use? Is fire?
21.
21. Roll damage.
It did it automatically 7.
7. The door where the lock is just sends a shower of sparks and shattered wood inwards.
Smeltery goes up in flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Coal dust. Thankfully, it's magical fire, and you know that magical fire, unless willed, doesn't really spread, unless you're using a spell like Create Fire.
What kind of smeltery goes up in flames?
One that's covered in coal dust.
Fair.
It's improperly storing solvents somewhere.
Yeah. It's actually
Son
a
of
meth
the-
lab.
Yeah. With the door busted, Bear turns to follow Emily. Suppose we're off then to try and find this house, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best lead we've got. We've got to find this sanctuary before the Shield of Hakkan do. I wish they didn't even know about it, to be honest. But
Why
here
is
we
that?
are.
Yeah, why?
The taking of a life is a pretty serious.
Because they'll destroy it or dismantle it, and who knows? This could be the key to so much hidden knowledge that people don't know about.
Eugene, you best stop talking like that. I don't mind. But if any of these folk here catch wind that you've been interested in anything related to blood magic, I don't know that I can keep taking your head.
All right, I won't say anything. Tara hunches over.
Don't even think it.
Okay. So, like, kicks a rock.
It's noon currently. The sun is high in the sky. And there's a wind blowing downwards from the mountain that carries a cold, a chill in the air. And you can see snow towards the top of the mountain, and there's an ever so fine dusting where you are now. It's not bitter cold. It's probably about 50 degrees Fahrenheit currently. But it's that sort of fall day in the mountains where there's that sort of very beautiful dusting of snow over the ground, and everything is just slightly obscured by it. From this vantage point, you can also see all of Sanguim. So looking down over it, you can see the Red Lake in the distance and the pretty quiet streets of this sleepy town, once a metropolis of iron and smelting wealth. But you can proceed down and towards the town if you wish.
Do I see any floating?
Say again?
You broke up there.
Do I see any question marks floating above the wood?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You want a job? Grab an axe and chop some wood.
I was gonna say actually, before they completely vacate the area, actually, Arid would like to have Everest do just a quick sweep around the sanctuary to see if she notices anything in the immediate vicinity.
Around the
Oh,
Banded
the
House. Yeah.
The Banded House
The
Smeltery,
Smeltery,
yeah. That's perception with advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oof.
And it's luckily. Wow.
21.
21.
Oh.
That's a natural 20.
It's a natural 20. Okay.
Yeah.
The area itself is remarkably beautiful. There are gullies and caverns in the mountainsides. Everest sees them perfectly. This is her home territory, and she loves this sort of area, and she can see everything for miles up here, even in the snowy weather. She doesn't report that any of these, you don't get the sense, at least, that any of these little caverns and caves are inhabited by people. She looks at them, and her mind identifies threat or prey. You don't feel danger in this area. She does notice that further up the road, that goes through the mountain pass and then back down towards the Red Lake and around the northern border of it. She does notice that the road is damaged there. She doesn't get the sense that it's natural damage. It seems like it was damaged intentionally. It looks like probably by people or animals of some sort intentionally damaging the road. She doesn't know why, neither do you. But that's about the only thing of oddity that she sees.
And we're headed towards that pass to head back to town?
You're headed the other direction.
Okay.
South. And then into the
Got
eastern
it.
gate.
I convey that to the others, and so no. I think there's some kind of waylay station. Remember we were hearing about bandits. Sounds like maybe something on the road to stop merchants. I suspect.
Well, we're under compulsion to go back as soon as possible. Right? Suppose the man is at the house and he gets away.
I'm concerned that this killer, a known killer, is on the loose. If the bandits about, and they make a nest for themselves out here, I don't think they'll like to leave it soon without proper reason to. Proper reason being the sharp end of my blade. Or yours, for that matter. I say we go after this blood mage. I'm mighty curious to find out what the sanctuary be about.
I
Yes.
was not paid to rid the road of bandits.
Aye,
We
but
must
bandits be taking
find
the
the
coin.
sanctuary.
Well, I agree. I don't know.
Okay.
One thing at a time, Mikhail. I like where your heart's at, though.
I don't know. I'm trying to help out the people. I was called here for years, and maybe I'm being overzealous.
Okay. As you descend towards town, since I'm assuming that's what you're doing, the snowfall begins to dissipate as you get lower and the temperature warms slightly. You know, the altitude you were at was not particularly high up. It was maybe 200 or 300 feet higher than you were before. But even there was a noticeable difference in temperature and weather. As you arrive at the gate, the Shields of Hakkan who are guarding it recognize you as having left with Emily and open the gate for you to enter. And you may re-enter the town of Sanguim. You see through the gate the carriage tankard inn, abandoned completely during the day. What would you like to do?
Well, gents, we know what we need to do. This woman was spotted on her way to the stalls with vegetables and other groceries for sale. I think we go back and ask her husband where she liked to shop, the particular stalls. We checked the houses around each of the stalls where she typically bought her groceries from. Can't be too many.
Eugene, you'd remember that Emily called him Mr. Leaky.
Mr. Leaky?
Yeah.
Who?
The man whose wife was murdered. The distressed man in the barracks.
Like that, the surname is Leaky.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, yeah, that's a great idea. You're right, because she mentioned picking up groceries.
Right. Once we get it narrowed down a bit, we can check the surrounding buildings, find out from Shields of Hakkan who owns them, see if we can speak to them, find out who if they've rented it to anybody, and if so, what they look
Why
like.
do we not simply ask the merchants in the market? Which houses are rented? Which ones are rented to strangers? Merchants are very observant.
Maybe.
We might as well
Maybe not.
try.
No
Good
harm in
idea,
trying.
Mel.
But we need to know which merchants to ask. So I think we need to speak with Mr. Leaky regardless.
Is there one marketplace in Sanguim, or is it sort of spread out in market streets or a market district?
There's a marketplace. You would know that. You'd also know that probably one of the only places to buy vegetables would be the Center Emporium. Groceries are kind of hard to come by, generally speaking. There's not a lot of farmland nearby. Any farmed goods that arrive are either forest goods that come from the wood elves, and those are generally sold in stalls, specifically the Kiraset clan, or come from the farmlands surrounding Velitria by carriage. But because there's not much money in the area, the farmers don't sell their goods up here that much anymore.
So it's more of a single store for most grocery goods, is what I'm hearing.
Probably, yeah.
It seems to be in a bit of disrepair in general, right? So it makes sense.
Right.
Why do we not split into pairs? Two of us will find this Mr. Leaky and question him. The two of us will go to the market and ask about strangers.
I don't know that it's necessary. You make a good point. The likelihood of the building being across from the Center Emporium is quite high, so we know where to look, and honestly, they haven't told this gentleman and his wife's dead yet. I do not want to be the one to tell him.
Well,
That's true.
Let's just look at the building. You make a fine argument for checking out that area. Makes sense to me.
And once we find it, Mel can sneak through the window again.
Yeah, I did a fine job. Melchizedek, master thief sneak.
I prefer masters.
All right, sneak thief. Quoting Skyrim there.
I thought that's what it was.
Well,
Okay.
let's go to the Center Emporium then.
I want to respect everyone's time, so we can wrap up there, or we can go another half hour if you'd like. It's up to everyone.
Jess, how you feeling? I'm good, but I know it's late for you too.
Yeah, and I've got a conference tomorrow at 9.
Okay.
Oh, but this is so good. Let's just do another half hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jimmy and Bum, you guys good too?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
good.
Cool.
Okay. Arid and Mel, you know the way to the Center Emporium. You've shopped here before. There's not much to this town that's still open anyway. There's a lot of abandoned things. But you can easily enough find your way to the Center Emporium. The square in which it stands is cobbled underneath, as most of the larger streets are in Sanguim, although there is still that layer of mud over it. And it's a squelchy sort of sound as you step on it, but that is the case everywhere in Sanguim. The Center Emporium itself is a wide store, although it's very flat. It's a one-story. It looks a bit like it's out of an old Western. Those saloon stores from the old West towns. It's a bit like that, and there are various goods on display actually outside on the raised porch. You see a lot of mining equipment, specifically pickaxes, shovels, that sort of thing. And then on the other side, you see what look to be hand carts and so forth. You gather that mostly what this store sells is mining equipment.
Okay. So I thought we were looking for a grocery store, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think this is the place. They mentioned groceries specifically. Can I recall that sentence, Shanti?
Yeah, you can. It was, she went to the grocery store or to a place where she could buy groceries, specifically.
And we're only on the outside, right?
Correct.
Maybe we haven't seen the full scope of the place.
DM, I would know this place to be a place where you get groceries, though, right?
Yeah. There's a spot inside, which clearly never used to be for groceries. That's been set up for groceries, because everything else, all the carts and so forth, smaller vendors have ceased to come to Sanguim.
Never mind the outside appearance, gents. I realize it could be misleading. It's repurposed, the scene. And there's groceries on the inside. What we should be concerned about is what's around here. And I'd like to make a active perception check for any nearby buildings that have a good viewpoint of people going in and out.
Sure. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Would that be perception or investigation? Since I'm kind of like
it would be perception. Investigation, generally, the way I use it is when you're actively investigating for a specific clue. Like, I am looking in this book for hidden writing. That would be an investigation check.
Okay.
You can do it with advantage if you ask Everest to do it.
Oh, that's fine. Aaron needs to use his own eyes from time to time or he'll go blind.
Fair enough.
16.
16. The Center Emporium is right at a T-junction of two streets. There's a main thoroughfare that goes south to north. The Center Emporium is on the right-hand side of that. And then away from the face, another smaller road sort of meanders its way further into town, to the heart of town. There are buildings on either side of this smaller street, and they stretch down. They look to be row houses of a sort. Most seem to be abandoned at a cursory look. There is one on the corner that is on the very corner that is a bit of a grander building. It seems to be 3 stories tall, made of red brick. That is clearly not abandoned. There are gas lamps that are lit outside. And there's one across the street as well, which looks to be a little bit more used. There's the upper floors look a little run down, but the main floor, there's a sign that hangs in the window that says psychic reading.
It says psychic what?
Psychic reading.
I'm going to send Everest to... I'm looking at the Garanda building, and specifically for windows.
Windows on every floor, on both sides that you can see.
I would like to send Everest to fly by, perch on the sill of the 3rd floor window to see if it's occupied or if it looks like, if anybody's in any of the rooms on the 2nd or 3rd floor.
Sure. Everest perches on the ledge of the 3rd floor, second window from the left, and looks in. And it seems to be a very homey space. It's not luxurious or, decadent. But there appears to be a young girl, human, sitting on the floor playing with what looks like a toy of some sort. It has wheels. It looks a bit like a cart. And a woman sitting with her legs crossed in a rocking chair, just reading from a book. And the girl kind of looks up at the window and goes, "Mommy, Mommy, look!" And the mother looks up and goes, "Oh my, that's a beautiful bird."
Everest sort of flares her wings, showing off her giant wingspan, and then just like tilts her head like this before perching off and doing a little circle to go down one floor to the second window.
Sure. The second floor appears to be a living space, but not bedrooms. It looks to be a kitchen of some sort. There's a wood stove there. There's a wash basin in one corner. It looks well used, although not excellently furnished.
Anybody currently in there?
No.
Okay. Any lit lanterns or anything like that, or?
Nope. During the day, they keep the outside lanterns lit to project an aura of hominess, and that we're fine and we're doing well. But inside, they're not burning any lanterns because they can see just fine through the daylight.
Gotcha. I send her over to the other building then and just check the more disused looking floor above the psychic reading main floor.
Above the second floor of the psychic reading shop, there appears to be stairs up, and it's a living space also. There's a small cot in one corner, and a wash basin and a bucket for using the bathroom. There does not appear to be a kitchen in this location. There's also a desk with papers on it and a few drawings. If you want to roll a perception check for me.
Sure.
With advantage because it's Everest looking.
Not necessary. Natural. Now I'm getting all natural 20s.
Damn.
Oh man.
Fuck. Okay. Peering through the window, Everest looks, and something in her brain knows this concept somehow. Probably because birds have internal guidance systems, basically. They know where north is. They can figure out where home is. But you recognize it as a map. There is a map on the table, along with some other papers that she can't understand.
Arid comes to, his eyes rolling. They were rolled back in his head for a couple minutes there as Everett arounds. As he comes to, standing in the street, looking mighty odd with his chin pointed up. He points over to the psychic, the building with the psychic sign. That one. Let's check in with the proprietor. Mel, maybe you could check to see if there's a way to get in through the window. It was closed, but no one's there. If you can find a way. Or we can just talk to the proprietor. Let's talk first, I think. See how forthcoming they are with answers. And then
our strategy from last time. Talk and sneak.
Well, the window isn't open.
Oh, right. I don't think we could go open it. All right, then. Talking seems to be our only option.
We might need a bit of a bribe. Let's just see. Unless any of you have any other ideas. All right. Do I happen to know about this lady at all? This supposed psychic in the town of St. Leon?
I mean, being a wizard, you probably would have brushed off a psychic reading as ridiculous. and relatively silly. I mean, Eugene, you probably would have done the same if you saw a psychic reading. You'd be like, they don't know magic. What do they know about the future, right?
Yeah.
And you know there are types of magic that can reveal the future. They're just really difficult to cast, and only extremely powerful magi can do it. And why would an extremely powerful magi be giving psychic readings in a podunk town? Like, it just doesn't.
Yeah,
add
it's
up,
for
right?
charlatans. Yeah.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
add up.
Yeah.
So you probably would never have gone in before, but you're aware of its presence, having gone to the Center Emporium.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm gonna ask for a reading. See if I can get her to reveal something through the reading.
Okay, be careful. I've heard that these charlatans sometimes can be playing you. Like, as you're getting a reading, they have, like, a trained monkey steal something out of your bag or something.
Yeah, well, I'll have
Someone
you.
else should be there to keep an eye on you.
I think you should all come and watch my back. No reason she wouldn't want more potential customers in her shop. After all.
And I'm not buying anything.
As you will. Melchizedek?
I do not understand the role of fortune tellers in this country.
Ah. Suppose you're about to
Speak of
find
them
out.
with such glibness.
All our fortunes in the same, an inevitable traverse to the dark.
It's so dark, old man.
Not
I've seen
dark.
divination magic.
I-
It takes a lot more than just flipping some cards. You have to manipulate the weave. It's incredibly difficult.
Let us not underestimate his or her power. He says this kind of tongue-in-cheek, obviously joking. And starts walking towards the entrance of the psychic house.
Okay. The entrance, there are windows, but they're glass. However, there's a thick red curtain that hangs on the inside. You gather probably to raise the mystique of this place. The curtains themselves look to be a little ratty, a little moth-eaten. Maybe that's intentional, part of the decor, maybe not. You're not sure. But the door is there in front of you, should you wish to go in.
It forges ahead.
Okay. As you
Follow.
open the door,
Yep.
there's a little bell at the top that the door hits as it passes. And you see, bustling out of a back room, a woman who's rather large in what looks like a petticoat of some sort. She wears spectacles, which are very round, and you'll notice that one of the lenses is blue, or has a bluish tint to it, and the other is clear. She has jewelry, lots of jewelry, on rings on every finger, bracelets up her arms, and she looks at you with this bustle. She's probably about 65 to 70, maybe. And her hair is in this sort of tight top bun to keep it out of her eyes.
Well, hello there. I'm Madam Morrison.
Madam Morrison, it is my great pleasure to meet you. My name is Eric. And these are my friends. Eugene, Melchizedek, you can call him Mel, and the old man.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Now,
I'm here for a reading, if you're not busy.
you'd like to know about the future then, would you?
I'm actually searching for someone in particular, and I'm hoping you, with your psychic powers, can help me divine where and when I might find them.
Hoping to locate a person then? I can do that, dear.
Wonderful.
Sit, please.
Don't mind if I do.
It's been a while since anyone in this town took a shining to what kinds of services I provide.
Well, I am a firm believer in supporting local business. And you seem like a good soul, Madam Morrison.
Well, I do appreciate it. Now, tell me about this person you're hoping to locate.
See, that's the thing. I don't know a lot about this person. What I can tell you is not much. But I'll tell you this person. There's a darkness to him. They do some shifty things. They've been speaking with some people around town. Living nearby. They haven't been back in a bit. What I do know is they slept in a cart. How much do I owe you for services, by the way?
To locate a person, especially a person you can't tell me much about, that'll be 2 gold.
2 gold, okay. What's that? He lays 4 gold down on the table. Yeah, this person, what I know about them is they lived in a cart in a town, in a rented out place in the town of Sanguim, across from the Center Emporium, above a psychic's shop. Can you tell me anything about a person like that?
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Good at those. Do I get advantage because I put the coin down too, or no? Yeah.
You can roll with advantage.
Oof, good. First roll was an 11. Oh!
Damn.
All right, 11 it is.
All right, look. I'm a psychic, and I know what I do is not real, and I hate it when wizards come in and ruin my business. And she's looking at Eugene currently. That
What?
said,
What did I do?
I will accept your offer of gold, and I will tell you a story. Hypothetical, of course.
Of course.
She takes the gold, slides it across the table, and her demeanor's completely fucking changed. It's like instantaneously. Now,
You had me fooled.
this town is shite. Wouldn't you agree? Nobody's interesting. Nothing happens. There's no gold. But I don't have the money to move. I can't live in Velitria because I can't afford it. I certainly can't afford to live in Cold Rock. So here I stay, since no one will buy my building. But hypothetically, if someone came to me and asked, Madam Morrison, can I rent the apartment above your shop? I'll be no trouble. You'll never hear from me. I'll probably not even be here most of the time. And put 15 gold on the table for it. I might say yes. And also, hypothetically, I might not have seen that person in, 3 days.
Will this hypothetical person be female or male? Hypothetically
Hypothetically male.
elven.
Hypothetically human.
You're saying that this person...
She's not saying anything. She's just
Hypothesizing.
hypothesizing.
Oh, right.
She narrows her eyes at you with this sort of wizard douche look on her face.
Now, would this be a young person or old person? Any distinguishing marks, hypothetically?
Hypothetically, I have no idea. He was sort of sallow of skin, hypothetically. He had bags under his eyes. He looked very tired. And hypothetically, I got a very strange feeling about him.
And if he were to have said anything about his comings and goings, did he happen to speak of them?
He didn't say much. What he did say was his name was Olgo. Hypothetically.
If you had to guess at her name, that would have been it. Olga.
Right. If I had to put a face to the name. Or a name to face.
Madam Morrison, do you divine in your future that you might have to do some shopping of your own for, say, about 10 to 15 minutes? Right now?
Well, I just don't know.
Puts another gold piece down on the table.
Why, yes, I need some vegetables for dinner.
The future is clear.
Slides the gold across. Good luck to you. And exits.
Enjoy dinner. I divine it'll be fantastic.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. And the bell rings as she exits.
Alright. Let's go upstairs, gents.
There are no stairs in the current room.
The psychic was not a real wizard?
Oh, she's a wizard, all right. She just got, 19 gold over the course of 4 days?
And
Killing
we just got 500. Who's the wizard now? Melchizedek smiles and goes up the stairs.
I guess you're a magician, too. We're just all magic users around here. He looks around like, oh shit.
There are no stairs in this room, but you saw that she came out of a back room, and going into the back room, you see that's her living space, and there are stairs there to the upper floor. When you enter the upper floor, you see the desk, as Arid described. Or actually, no, Arid did not describe it. He just pointed out the building. So there's a desk in the corner. There are papers on it. There is a cot just next to it. And the room, there's a bucket and a wash basin, but the room seems very basic.
Careful, gents. I think if he was camping out here for a minute, might have laid a little trap for the unwary. Especially with a
magic
person like that for a landlady. I don't know, Eugene. I'm a bit nervous about casting anything in the city. You can do it quietly.
I know what's watching. It's a pretty discreet spell.
Alright, while you're doing that, Arid will just investigate for more mundane traps.
Go ahead, roll investigation.
24 for investigation.
24. You don't see any mundane traps, but you do see that the desk itself, next to it, there's a scrape mark, as if the desk has been moved. Eugene, did you cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
Okay. You see a bit of a glow from behind the desk.
There's something behind the desk. Help me move it.
Yeah, I see a scrape mark here. Go ahead, Mikhail. You going?
Well, sure. The boy asked. Moved.
Don't hurt your back, old man.
I'm stronger than you know.
I won't make you roll a strength check.
No, maybe roll a check.
No, that's okay. It's a desk. It's not a stone door.
My back. Gotcha, didn't I?
The,
I pull it desk back.
As you move the desk, you throw your back at... No, as you move the desk, you reveal a small cubby hole that's been sort of like carved rudely, like crudely into the wall behind it. And there's a small box inside.
Oh, what's this? Oh, is the box like glowing bright? Like, is it magical?
There's something inside the box that's glowing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the box out of the cubbyhole and put it on the desk for everyone to see. Look.
Eric takes a
Should I
step
open
back.
it?
My old eyes can't see that far.
Eugene, do you ever learn how to manipulate a magic hand?
Yes, indeed. And I will do a little spiral in the air with my wand, and a mage hand kind of starts small and like grows to like a normal size hand as it like spins in the air.
Let's just all take a few steps back and let your hand do the opening. Blood mage, after all, we don't know what's inside.
Very good thinking, Arid. Back up, everybody. And we'll back up a little bit, and then I'll have the mage hand open the box, if it's
Okay.
able to.
Define a little bit.
Okay, 30 feet. The range of mage hand.
No. You
As
said a
far
little
as we
bit.
can get towards the...
The wall,
Towards
basically,
the
yeah.
wall.
Okay. Good thing,
Yeah.
too, because as you open it, you hear a click. It opens, and some sort of powder fires out of the box, which doesn't look healthy. But after
Yeah.
a few moments, since no one's in it, it sort of just subsides and dissipates.
That was close. Good call, Arid. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I'm just glad we didn't get hurt. We are clearly dealing with a very dangerous person. Someone's already been killed. This could have killed somebody else.
Inside,
Hopefully-
We're on the right track. Yep.
there is a quill. And that is what is giving you your magic ping, is the quill.
This is it. The source of magic.
The pen?
It's a quill. I'm like, I take it out.
Is it
and
a
I'm
quill
looking
that's
at it.
carved to be a writing implement?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a writing
Yeah.
implement.
Eric quickly grabs one of the papers he saw on the writing desk.
Mhm.
Here. Is there any writing on it?
Nope.
Here. Eugene, place the quill on the paper. See
All right.
if it does anything. You said it's magic, right?
Yes. I try it. I go place the quill above the paper, see if anything happens.
It writes
Eric holds still.
without ink, interestingly.
Wow. So I am able to use it to write, but it's not doing anything on its own.
No.
Cool.
What's
Do I know what
thing?
it is? Like, is it a common or a magic item that I would know? Like, oh, it's an inkless pen or whatever it's called.
Well, I mean, obviously by testing, it's an inkless pen. If there are more properties, roll an
I
arcana
need to
check.
identify. Sure.
May I aid him in that?
Yeah, you can roll together.
18 for me. Ooh,
22 for Eric.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So you know about magical quills. A lot of professors have them. Some write on their own. Some do special things when you write with them. What the magical properties of this are specifically, you're not sure. But the type of magic you're getting from it is oniromancy, or illusory magic, illusion magic.
Interesting. Illusory magic. I feel like this is gonna help us solve some sort of illusion in this place. So holding them to the paper doesn't do anything. What are we gonna do?
You don't suppose
There are
that...
also other papers on the desk, as you saw, Arid.
Barrett would
Oh yeah.
be perusing the other papers as well.
You find a list which details various things. Some mining equipment, the pickaxe, shovel, basket. You find a line that in that list that details a certain amount of explosives that will be needed or should be purchased. And you find the map as well on the desk, which your Everest spotted. On the map, there are X's. Those X's are all in the Deusab Crags. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Wait, what? There we go. Ability check. 12.
12. You gather that they're important locations. You don't necessarily know what they are.
Eugene, you make anything out of this?
Let me see.
Looks like there's
I
several
roll two?
locations here.
Eugene, you have DM's Bane feat.
Right.
So you do not need to roll. You recognize that one of these X's is exactly where Lydia put an X for the abandoned mine shaft. One of them.
Okay.
There, that's the abandoned mine shaft.
Which one? The one that Lydia was talking about.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose we have our next destination. I'm curious about this quill, though. Can you identify its specific properties?
I have the ability to do that. But I
I'm just
actually don't
wondering-
have the magic pearl that's needed for it yet.
Damn, Dorian may have it. Here's my thinking. Tell me if I'm just being crazy, but why was this quill left behind? Stored away in a box in a secret compartment. And there's a journal. Left behind, easily accessed. It just seems a bit convenient. Now we have this magic quill. Maybe it was made to look like it was written by somebody else, or I don't. Maybe it can undo. Maybe it could undo the scratching in the journal. And we can find out
That could be.
what that last line was.
Let's try it.
I'm just spitballing here. I'm not sure.
I don't see what's the harm in trying it. I think you've got great ideas, Aaron. I'm gonna try it.
Who has the
Whether, like-
journal? Did we take it?
I think I had
Did you take
it.
it?
Presumably someone took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like reading to
Eugene
you guys
had
from
it. Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
Eugene has it in his mind anyway. But if you're going to try and do something to it, you would need the physical journal. But I think Eugene probably
Yeah.
has it.
I like Aaron's idea of seeing if somehow the pen will like erase the scratching out or add writing to the journal or interact with the journal in any way.
Well, you need a pearl to identify it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
To
I was
cast-
just going to try it.
To cast Identify,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you need a pearl.
Let's go to Dorian's. We'll get the pearl, and then we can see if that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay. You set out. As you leave the ding of the bell, you see Madame Morrison with a hand-held little basket of vegetables.
He put the desk back, by the way, before he left.
Okay. As she exits the center emporium, she just gives you a little nod and carries on with her head
Not
held
back
high
and a wink.
and re-enters her establishment.
Very loudly, says, thank you again for that incredible reading. I will come back in several 10 days. You've changed my life. Highly recommend you to all the denizens of Sanguim.
Well, I am very much appreciative of that.
Of course, you have a lovely day.
You too, Aaron, dear.
And she enters her establishment. It's probably coming up on around 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. The sun's not setting yet, but it's not at the zenith of the sky anymore. You are on your way to Dorian's with a magic quill that you don't quite understand, and a map detailing several locations, one of which is the abandoned mineshaft. And we will pick up there next time.
All right.
It's all
Thanks for
going back
playing,
to the
guys.
mine.
I'm
Yeah, that was
excited.
I love a
Murder
good
mystery.
mystery.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Gotta have a
I'm
little
really curious
mystery in
for
a
this
D&D game.
definitely mysterious.
I was like, do I let
Yeah,
Eugene
but I did
go
not.
ahead and open up the box without checking, or for traps? Or...
I mean,
I was like, I have a bad
having
feeling
a
about this.
every
Yeah,
box
this
ever
is
for
the-
traps.
This is
I mean,
like a box that's been hidden away and owned by a, well, as far as you know, a blood mage. So,
Right.
check it for traps.
yeah.
Check it for traps.
I think I'm
Honestly,
going to take an
yeah.
opportunity to not kill you with a trap.
It just seems cruel.
Hey, you guys did that to me for almost every single door in the sewers.
Yeah.
When we first started out, you're like, trap, trap, trap. And then Twilip's like, ooh, look at this carpet.
Dead.
Yeah,
That's not happened.
Funny.
Great session, guys. Let's coordinate in the chat for the next one. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good for next Sunday or Monday. I mean, or sooner if you guys want to play. It's up to you. You let me know.
Yeah.
All right, I have to sleep
yeah.
now, so I'm going to say
I-
good night. Thanks for
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Good
Sleep well,
night.
Jess.
See you,
All right,
Jess.
Good night.
I'm good for Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay. What's everyone feeling?
Sorry.
I can't do this Sunday. I'm gonna go see the Grateful Dead. On
hey.
Sunday, so cannot.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween.
It is Halloween as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, right.
Wait.
Yeah, it is.
So
Monday
that's Saturday.
I will,
Yeah, Sunday.
Monday I might be
Yeah.
able to do. It depends on what time we get back home. Honestly, might have to play it by ear.
Okay.
But this Wednesday, are we playing Baldur's Gate this week? Because we did it last Friday. Are we not doing it this week?
Yeah, that's
We
the plan to
should
switch
play it
off as much as you know. You guys want
Yeah.
to.
I'm game for anything. You just let me know. Particularly let me know when I'm DMing again so I can prep for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Jimmy, how do you feel about Wednesday?
I think I could do Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do Baldur's Gate Wednesday, and then the next one we do is maybe next Monday? Then Shadows of Arcan.
I'm game. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well,
You said Monday for Shadows, if
Yeah.
Dom can, right?
Yeah. Monday Shadows or Tuesday if Dom can't do Monday. And then
I'll let you guys know.
this Wednesday
Right.
for Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Cool. Fantastic. I am going to end the recording now. Thanks for listening, folks. If you've made it this far, check us out at Vrock'n'Gnoll. That's vrock'n'gnoll.com.
Not
see you
Brock
there.
and Noel.
Right.
And
That's something different. I think it's a porn site.
Fucking
Yeah.
no!
But not a good porn site. A bad porn site you wouldn't want to visit.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.